Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for still staying with us here. Hope you don't have food coma from the very delicious nasi kandar. Okay, before I go into the boring part of my presentation, I would like to introduce one of my life mentor. He's a very nice guy, and a lot of you would have known him already. Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Kiyosaki. Does anybody knows or not know who Robert Kiyosaki is? Yeah, I think most of them you would have known. So, just give a quick shout. Do you know what is this famous book title is? A quick one. Yes, I heard that loudly. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So, judging the book by its cover, it's basically a story of two dads. So Robert have two dads, of course, one genetic and one is his friend's dad. So this book is about a financial literacy, talk about risk, assets, liability, taxation, etc., by comparing how these two dads work. So apparently one is more risk averse, another one is more risk prone. And based on these personalities, they divert into different directions in their life. But most importantly, I'm not going to teach you how to earn money this time. I just want you to remember, they are both not wrong. You know why? Because this applies exactly to me. I work in a company that have two bosses, to whom you have known. They have very, very contradicting personalities. And through this work experience, these years that I've worked with them, I've compiled and summarized a few pointers for you to take home how, as a young leader, to assemble a team. So, what is a team? How do you assemble a team? It's basically a teamwork on the fly. It's about collaborating, coordinating different walks of life, different people from across the boundaries, different expertise, time, zone, space, you name it, to get things done. So how do we do it? Money. Forgive me if I'm too shallow, but I don't think I need to explain this as one of the biggest sole motivator to how to get teams going. Because why not? Everyone in that work want a bigger TV, or a bigger house, or a bigger car, or even a yacht. If you want your people to perform better, you reward them, right? You give them higher salary, give them bonuses, commissions, you incentivize them. So, when people progress, do you think money is the only thing they want? I'll give you a story about one of the person in our company. If someone really throws in the towel, normally, in most of the time, a salary hike of 20% will do the trick. But why do I say most of the time? Because when one career progresses, money is no longer the everything that cares about. Which brings me to the second reason, appreciation, the intangible factor. Appreciation is something really important for those who has progressed. Do you, as a leader, recognize your team's worth enough? Do you acknowledge them persistently, sufficiently? Do you? If so, express it by offering your congratulations to them periodically and tell them that they are worth of what they have done, especially during the challenging times. Because you know what? This gonna propel them to move forward. This gonna motivate them to find their own value in their self. So, now you have money, you have appreciation. Is that all? Imagine you are paid well, you are appreciated by your boss or even by your client, but you are not liked by your peers or subordinate. They are not helping you to completing your tasks. They are not supporting you in achieving your goals. They just do not support you. It happens more than often that you could think of. It's sad, but what to do? A number of us over here on this floor, we might have had experience that you are being excluded by your team members, or you felt that there's a lack of support. But what can we do? Anyone whose lack of internal support will not really stay that long in your team. So always be there, because support is a two-way street. When you want to get support, you always need to be there for your team as well when they need your support. So if you have your support for your team and you have all the basic needs of 1, 2, and 3 in place, you are very, very likely to build a strong team with the right people filling in your team. But of course, that's not everything. And as the saying goes, nothing is never enough. So once a person fulfills the basic needs of money, appreciation, and having the support, they will move on to fulfill their ego. Well, in a good way. So that's the next point I'm going to bring, recognition. When we fulfill all the basic needs, recognition is someone that's looking for after their career have peaked. Recognition refers to acknowledgement and appreciation of someone's personal achievement, and also their skill set, their contribution to the workplace. It can come from industry peers, it can come from your co-worker, it can also come from the general public. So some of the examples that I can see what is recognition can give it to a person is that recognized by an industry association, being awarded, being interviewed, being published by an authoritative publication, or being invited as a speaker. So on this case, thanks PSAP. So all this recognition is actually important because it reinforces the value of someone's contribution to the industry or the workplace. Okay, it's very short. Every team member of you gonna have all these 4 ingredients: money, appreciation, support, and recognition in different quantity. You know why? Because, let's give an example. Someone who is fresh, who is young and into the career, they will focus more on money and support as opposed to someone who is being established. They will start looking for appreciation and recognition. In order to keep the team happy, you need to understand the mix of your team in a daily basis or periodically. So when you are making the decision and you keep all this in mind of the daily mix and how the weightage goes, you would be surprised at how long your key team member would be able for you to keep. So anyway, the main thing, the crucial factor is we are supposed to create a shared objective, which is a unified purpose to unite the team. Because nothing is more than significant, or nothing less is significant to someone to feel the sense of belonging to the team. Maybe it's hard for me to pinpoint a certain or a very precise word to the workplace that I am in, but I think I can proudly say that in Anderes Fourdy events, we perceive all of us as part of the cult. And that's all my sharing. And yeah, back to you, Joaquin.
Thank you.